The market chops around and closes basically flat heading into the holiday weekend. Is it time for the holiday float? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so the market chopped around all day yesterday, giving us an excellent day trading day, but ultimately resolving nothing as far as the counts go and the overall structure. So now the question is, are we in store for the holiday float? I'll get into that in just 1 second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, we are heading into a holiday weekend, and as always, before we jump into the charts, we will take a look at the results of our indicator. They absolutely crushed yesterday, a huge day for us. Let's jump into those charts and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 5-minute SPY chart in TradingView, and this is what we use for day trading. Now, you can use this on any stock, and you can use it for swing and day trading. For this video, we are going to look at our day trading results from yesterday. And what you have here is we are in TradingView. This is a TradingView indicator that we created ourselves. It's called IWJ Pivot Point Pro. You can see it right here. If I hit the eyeball, the buys and sells go away so that you can see I didn't just put them on the chart. And all you do is you wait for the indicator to give you a buy or a sell, and it's as simple as that. Now, on the left here in yellow, you have the pre-market trading. On the right here in blue, you have post-market trading. We don't trade any of that, but you do need it active for the indicator to work properly, and you also need real-time data on the ES and the NQ. Now, this is a price action forward-looking indicator, which is very different from most of the indicators out there. Most indicators rely on moving averages or RSIs or something like that are backward-looking and take too long to get to the entry point, and then you're too late to the entry. Ours gets you in at the highs and lows, as you'll see today and any other day we cover this, and it's really effective. So imagine waking up, turning on your computer, and just waiting for it to tell you when to enter the market. That's exactly what the indicator does. So we get the very first bar of the day, we get a sell signal right here at about 583. They run it down to about 581.59, gives us what we call a 1-bar winner. And that means we won all in the same bar. We entered the trade. We took some profit here. We let a runner go. The runner got stopped out. So it was a small winning trade to start the day. Really good start, always to get money on the board. They reverse it up in a buy cycle. We don't get a buy signal because of how the indicator works. That's a little more in-depth. That it gets explained in the training. Not really important. They run to the top of the cycle. Right at the top of the move, you get a sell up here around 585, and they sell it all the way back down to 581.44 or 48. A 3-point move straight down, no heat taken, an absolute crushing trade. Really awesome, big runner here. Then we wait, we stop out here on the move up. We wait for the chop to end. The indicator gets you in after the chop, runs you immediately up from about 583.40 to 585.60. Another $2 move straight up, another big winning trade. And then from here we get a sell signal right off the top, and they run it from about 584.60 down to 582.62. Again, no heat taken, straight down move. Awesome day. We put about $3,400 in the account simply trading 25 contracts. This pays for the yearly indicator 7 times over, guys. Insane day trading. And this is how easy it is. It's helping hundreds of traders beat the market, and you simply just wait for the buy and sell signal and go. Now, we only trade until 10 a.m., so none of the stuff after 10 a.m. matters. We don't, because this gets really choppy and ugly and hard to trade. So we don't trade after this. So this was our last trade of the day. And if you look at our results, guys, Matt, he's one of my paid subscribers. He doesn't work for me, but he chronicles all my trades because he wants to keep me honest. And through the first 4 months of the year, the first third of the year, we are up $32,000 trading 25 contracts on a 100K account. That means you're up 32% in the first third of the year. If you multiply that out, pretty darn good year. Okay, that's about $96,000 overall. So do I think we'll end at $96,000? Probably not. We had a record month in January. We had a great month in March. We had good months in February and April, but you get what's called mean reversion. May is going to be an okay month. We chopped a lot in May. There was a lot of sideways trading, but that's the whole point, is you just find an edge in the market, and then you follow the rules and apply that edge relentlessly, and you come out with big wins. Everybody thinks you need to get rich quick or have these big, giant winning trades. Do you know that if you're trading 25 contracts a trade, you only need to make 16 cents a day on your option contract to make 100K in a year? 16 cents. You don't need to make dollars. You don't need to make, $2, $3, $4. You don't even need to make 50 cents. 16 cents a day on 25 contracts will get you to 100K. That's about $400 a day, $2,000 a week. 50 weeks of trading, you get the idea. So another crushing day. You can see guys are calling it a cheat code. You can see people are taking off work to go play golf because they're making so much money from this because they're following the rules. You get all the training you need. You get everything you need with the indicator. Guys, it's an amazing deal, and I want you to be a part of it. Here's how you do it. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link. It'll take you over to the web page. Once you're there, scroll down. You'll see my monthly rooms. We'll talk about those later. Very huge value. We had a put trade that absolutely killed over the last few days. We've been killing it there too. You'll see our daily live calls, but here's what you're looking for. The Trading View Indicators, $59 a month, 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, you can get this and put it on your chart and just watch it. You don't even have to use it or risk any money. You can just watch it for 30 days. If it doesn't do what I say or you don't like it, just let me know and you'll get your money back. $5.90 for the year, 2 months free, so you get a 2-month discount for that, and also a 30-day money-back guarantee. Guys, it's absolutely crushing the market. I want you to be a part of it. Click these links down here to get it, and we'll see you once you get in. Now, let's jump into the charts and take a look. Okay, from a zoomed in standpoint, we're on the 10-minute here, futures chart. They still need to break down below this major support zone. They got close in the pre-market 58.30, but then bounced up out of here. But they're coming back down here. This does look corrective to the upside, so I would expect more downside to come. Whether they're able to break through support or not to be determined. The support ends at around 5,800. That does open the door for them to drop down to about 57.71 or so. Anywhere in here, still a valid bracketed wave 4, where we'd have the top being 3, this being 4, and then 5 being back up towards 6,000, 6,010 or so. I wouldn't expect too much higher than that, given the overall resistance in that area. If we zoom or if we move down just a little bit on the chart, we do have a gap fill down here at right around 56.85 or so. So they can definitely come back, fill that gap, and still be well within wave 4 territory. And then breaking down below 5,600 is really what we want to see. So if we zoom out just a little bit, this chop right here at around 5,600 is where we want to see them break down through. Now this break up here of about 5,800 would kind of be our first sign that they are going to try to pull back in a bigger way, whether that is a bigger wave 4 that just comes down here, which would be still valid and okay, just a little bit deeper than you would expect for a wave 4. So I would be looking at it more as a potential move like this, or even a 5-wave move if they do that. Right now, off of the high, it's not the best structure in the world if you're looking for an impulsive move down, which is a 5-wave move. It is a little more corrective. However, that can, morph into a leading diagonal. Remember, this is going to be a big structure if it's going to be 5 waves down. So this would just be the first wave, starting the first wave, and then you'd have a wave 2, and then a 3, 4, 5 like this, then a bounce and a breakdown. So we still have a long way to go here to confirm exactly what we're looking at. We don't have what I would call a real solid handle on where we're at as far as this structure, just because it's too new. But overall, with a holiday tomorrow, I would expect sideways to grinding up action. Sometimes they can even rip it on holiday Fridays, but typically holidays trade low volume and trade to the upside. So keep that in mind if you're trading tomorrow, that typically, not always, but typically holidays tend to float up in a slow kind of methodical way. And they can be very trappy when you're trying to short or overtrade it. In general, we're looking for a bigger structure. So we're starting here. We haven't broken upper support. If we can break that 58.30 low from the pre-market, that would be a start. And then 5,800 gets us down into this gap fill range where we can start to look for bigger structures to the downside that will tell us a little more about the overall market. If we get that 3-wave structure, we would be looking for the bulls to take it back up to 6,400. If we get that 5-wave structure, we'd be looking for the bears to bounce it off these lows and then take it down in a very strong way. So still too early to tell exactly where we're at to the downside. As of right now, it still falls well within wave 4 parameters. So until we get past that, this can all just be a wave 4 with a wave 5 higher. Once we break through this area here, then we know that we're on the bigger pullback, and we'll have to see what kind of structure overall plays out. All right, over on the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is much stronger than the ES, whereas the ES is broken down below this low. So if we go back to the ES real quick, you have this low right here, and the ES is well below it. The NASDAQ has held up very well. So on the NASDAQ, we do have, they did poke below it, but not like the ES has. They're still kind of hovering in this area. And we do have a holiday trade tomorrow. So this could, again, be a situation where the NASDAQ needs to make one more high because it doesn't really have a 4 or 5 up here like the ES does, at least a good one. And the ES maybe comes up and doesn't make a high. So NASDAQ could be outperforming tomorrow if we look for that. Continued breakdown, we want to see them break this level. This is the level ES has already come down to and tested. NASDAQ hasn't even tested it yet. That's the 21, let's see where we're at there, 20,000, 870 zone. They need to break through that. If they broke through that, that opens the door to the gap fill, and then they need to get through 19,900, 20,000 area here to give us an indication that we're in the bigger pullback and kind of see what we have. Again, tomorrow is a holiday, so we do expect the market to grind higher in most cases. It's not every day, but holidays tend to trade that way. Again, on the NASDAQ, same as ES, as we pull back, we're going to be looking at the structure. Should it be a 3-wave structure, we'll be looking for new all-time highs into the 24,000 zone. Should it be a 5-wave pullback, we'd be looking for a bounce off the lows and then a breakdown after that. Guys, if you love the information that I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to our website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible monthly plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial. That's because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of the trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. You literally have nothing to lose by checking us out. We also have our educational material. If you scroll down a little further on the page, you're going to see our indicators, which you saw in the first part of the video, and also our courses. We have our Trade Waves Academy course, and right now I am giving 50% off of this course if you get the yearly indicator. So if you buy the yearly indicator right now, you're getting 2 months for free on that, and then you get Trade Waves Academy 50% off. In Trade Waves Academy, we go over all of the things that are outside of Elliott Wave to put a complete package together. We go over market psychology, capital management. You can see all the modules here on the screen. Options trading basics, candlestick patterns, how to trade price action, bull and bear traps, how to identify market reversals, fib levels and why they're important, how to identify key support and resistance, and trade setups and proper risk reward. All of this comes inside of Trade Waves Academy. On top of that, you get our Elliott Wave for Beginners course included in this price, and you get the Advanced Elliott Wave for free included in this price. So for $497, you get all of those modules I just said, plus the Beginners course, plus Advanced Elliott Wave. It's an incredible deal, and you can get it for half off right now if you get the yearly indicator. Now, as I did mention, we do have our Advanced and our Beginners Elliott Wave courses. In our Advanced course, we're going through a lot of the things we're seeing on the charts right now. A lot of those things are the advanced fib levels, the diagonals, double and triple threes, flats, triangles, trading Elliott Wave, which right there, that is worth the price of admission. People don't understand that there's 2 paths, and how do you trade them if there's up and down? It's because you trade setups, and there are very good setups in Elliott Wave Theory. You have to know how to spot them and trade them, and we talk about that here so that you can understand how to do this course. Now, I understand if this is too advanced. You can see, though, that our traders love it. But if you need to get started at the beginning, we have our Elliott Wave for Beginners online course, and this course is really helping traders understand a complex market in a way that makes sense. It's extremely confusing when good news makes the market go down, bad news makes the market go up. It stops at random places. You don't know what's going on. That's because the news cycles were garbage. Elliott knew this long ago. He knew that key levels mattered. It's not random, and it's you're able to find these key levels, and this is what gives you a huge advantage over the rest of the market. In this course, you get 25 videos where we go through your introduction. We have to introduce you to Elliott Wave Theory. We have to get your mindset right and give you the KISS method, how this works and why it works. It's very scientific based. People think it's just, oh, you just make a wave up. No, very scientific based. It's outstanding. Chart setup and tools. We go through all of your chart setups, every tool you need to use with Elliott Wave, how to use it and why we use it, and then the Elliott Wave for Beginners area where we go through each of the waves, how to find the key levels, how to understand impulsive and corrective waves, how to know where to get these measurements, the corrective depth theory, the theory of alternation, the pivot, everything you need to make sense of an irrational market. Now, the really cool thing about both of these courses is there's several ways to get them cheap or for free. You can get them both at a $37 discount with our Elliott Wave course bundle. You can get them for free in our Trade Waves Academy course. If you buy that, they are included in that course. Or if you just want to get them at a low monthly cost, you simply get one of our monthly rooms, as the Elliott Wave courses are included in this price. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, we give you all of your real-time market updates, all of your buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions are answered. The midday video that you watch in these calls, that's live for everybody in these rooms. And then you get the beginners and the advanced course included in this price. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing and day trade. So we do trade quite often in my room. Now, if you're looking for futures trading, individual stocks, income trading, and advanced trading, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as the individual stocks, the futures trading, his income trading method that just kills it, and his reduced risk binary method that gets you in at a cheap price, get you huge multiples on your money, and it's how he structures that trade that's so unique. That's why you get a 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account trading mini ES futures, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we'd love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with your next market update.